So, I mean, if you look at traditional performance tests, if we were running a tool that you might be familiar with, something like JMeter, HB Load Runner, Gatling, something like that, you'd some of the, well, probably the two key things you'll look for are the sort of HTTP response codes that come back and the response times from the application. But for us, that was really only part of it, and it's part of the reason we moved away from what you might think of as a traditional performance test role. That maybe makes up half of our job. So yeah, making sure we look at response times, that we look at HTTP failures in the application itself, and the releases and the code that gets written by the members of the team that are more focused on developing the app than me. The other side of things is, so I mentioned that you want to make sure that you fail predictably and that you don't wake up anyone in the middle of the night. The way that people in your team might get woken up are usually via some sort of alert. So your alerts might be for they could be for hardware metrics. They could be that your service has gone down, is no longer reachable. All of these are failures. I have a relatively strong view that generating HTTP requests that load quickly, measuring the response times back from them is not particularly difficult. I mean, there's loads of tools that do it. The thing that's difficult is looking at these type of complex failures and kind of knowing how you measure them, looking at your alerting. So I think that if you were to put load through a test environment, for example, that was scaled to be prod-like, you could measure failure based on the same alerts you would have in prod. So if you run a test and some alerts go off in your staging environment, you know that you know that this is a failed test. This is not a good test. Similarly, if you're not getting these failures a lot, if your alerts aren't going off in your staging environment, then maybe your alerts aren't good enough.